What if you could shape the rise of Rome not just through conquests, but through myths, monuments, and digital decisions? In Civilization 6, you don't just play history, you rewrite it. From the rule of Trajan to the legacy of Roman engineering, this is how Civilization 6 lets you experience the rise and reinnovation of Rome one turn at a time.
Stands, Rome shall stand. When the Colosseum falls, Rome shall fall. When Rome falls, the world shall fall. Lies over me in Halicarnassus, of such dimensions, of such exquisite beauty, as no other shade can boast.
Let's start with the man leading Rome in Civilization 6, Trajan. Historically, Trajan ruled from 98 to 117 AD, overseeing the greatest territorial expansion in Roman history. He wasn't just a conqueror, he was a builder. From roads to aqueducts to iconic Trajan Column, he left behind a legacy carved in stone. Phyraxes chose Trajan to represent Rome because of his balance, military might, infrastructure, and civic achievement. In-game, his Trajan's Column ability gives every new city a free building, reflecting his dedication to development and cohesion. His legacy agenda shows his priorities clearly. He respects large growing empires, but isn't impressed by civs that
Augusta e Roma imperator Caesar Traianus sum, quis es? Qua terra patria vocas. Insolenti ad mortem te ducet, annulla vi Roma vinci potest. Alea iacta est. Simile lovis caelesti regno, imperium tui late patet. Optime. Ditissimas tui regni regiones diripendas ostibus dauisti. Num propagatio adio te terret? Una salus victis nullam
Civilization 6 doesn't just reference Roman history, it integrates it into the mechanics. The Legion, Rome's unique unit, is more powerful than the basic swordsman and can build forts echoing Rome's real-world military engineering and tactical dominance. The Bath, which replaces the Aqueduct, offers bonus amenities and housing, highlighting Roman innovations in hygiene and urban planning. And of course, Trajan's Column boosts early expansion, letting you build out of a network of connected cities like the Roman road system once did. Every mechanic serves a digital echo of Rome's past, brought into your strategy game. But it's not all about realism. Civilization 6 is also a canvas for myths and legends. When you found your capital from scratch, you are replaying the story of Romulus and Remus, founding Rome from humble beginnings, conquering Greece or Carthage. That's history echoing itself, reenacting the Punic Wars or Roman conquest of the Hellenic world, building wonders like the Colosseum, Great Library, or Mausoleum at Halicarnassus ties our civilization to cultural and mythological grandeur of ancient Rome. One of the most powerful features of Civilization 6 is player agency. You're not forced to follow Rome's actual path. You can reshape it. Want to colonize America as Rome? Go for it. Want to build a peaceful, scientific Rome that leads the world in innovation instead of conquest? You can. Want to rewrite history so that the Roman Empire never fell? That's on the table too. Civilization 6 isn't about repeating history. It's about allowing yourself to customize or even create your own history.
예견하노니 당신의 패배는 빠르고 민족은 잊혀질 것입니다. 별들이 당신의 패배를 예견합니다. 하늘의 뜻은 거절할 수 없습니다. 나는 내 죽음을 예견했지만 한국의 운명은 다를 것입니다.
Amazwi aqatha kodwa izindebe ziyavevezela kakade sengiyabona unetwetwe unobuthaka obukhulu hayi ungesabi izingane zakwaZulu zizoqeda uqinisile uqedile ukubusa kwami kodwa usazongibona emaphusheni akho
Takki kwega ke tootaman. Ni koe kwega goats te paigan. Namoya. No teek te maiten genoten. Maga poek se tai tootaman. Isven kano teenoten gaan. Namoya ke gikat now au. Nigi paktinson.
Compared to other civilizations, Rome sits at an intersection of expansion and stability. While Greece might focus on culture and philosophy, and Persia excels at early aggression, Rome is a builder civilization. With strong infrastructure and early expansion tools, Rome can stay competitive deep into the modern age, especially when they used with a balanced strategy. Its legacy is long-lasting, and its roads practically immortal. Civilization 6 is more than a game. It is a playable history lesson. As Rome, you learn the value of civic planning, infrastructure, and loyalty. You'll manage amenities, build public works, and interact with historical figures through their great people system. And as you play, you'll see how Roman values, discipline, order, and structure can guide decisions from the classical era to the information era. It blends myth, history, and strategy in a way no textbook can. As you can see by scrolling through the civic tree, the longer you play your empire, the more you'll be able to change your culture and add new infrastructure builds to your city, which will expand your population and create more culture to your grand new empire. If you really want to understand Roman history, not just the dates and names, but the decisions, the dilemmas, the dream behind the empire, Civilization 6 might be the best way to do it. Because here, you don't just memorize Rome's legacy, you build it. You experience the pressures of expansion. You weigh diplomacy against war, science against strength, loyalty against rebellion. You see what made Rome rise and what could have made it fall. No textbook lets you march with legions. No lecture lets you choose whether to build a Colosseum or burn Carthage. Civilization 6 turns history into a living experience, and Rome is one of its greatest stories.